Hey guys.
Mark here.
I'm
Gentleman
Adam.
to my left is Adam.
That's me.
He stole my thunder.
I did. I thought you weren't going to introduce me.
I was.
Okay.
And speaking of thunder, that's
Oh,
called a segue.
it is.
Um, we're going to be doing a special coastal spotlight of Mean Streak.
Right.
So unless you're living under a rock,
Mm-hmm.
Mean Streak is not there
no more.
anymore.
It's Cedar Point.
As you know it, it
Yeah.
is Steel Vengeance. Going to be opening up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks. April 25th is Media Day, and then
I got the hoedown
for
like
the pass holders,
like a week later, or
the
5 days
30th,
later.
1st, and 2nd, and then I think it officially opens to the public on May 5th, I
Yep.
believe.
Mhm.
So we're not too far away.
Yeah. So we thought it'd be fun to do the infamous Mean Streak.
Yes, a coaster spotlight.
So, and then we rate this coaster, like all other coasters,
Yeah.
with this guy right here. This is Coaster Boy.
Uh-huh.
And we rate it out of 1 to 10 Coaster Boys.
Yep, 1 being awful, 10 being the best thing in the world.
Yes. And he is gone. So,
You'll
now
see him later.
you'll see him later. So now I'm going to let him read you.
I'm going to tell you the history and the stats of Mean Streak.
That's right.
Okay? It was built and opened in 1991.
Mhm.
It was manufactured by Din Corporation.
Yep.
The height of the hill was 161 feet. The drop is 155 feet at 52 degrees. Not very steep, but
Nope.
it probably felt steep at the time.
Yeah.
65 miles an hour. The length is a very long coaster, 5,427 feet. And the ride duration was 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Which is long.
Yeah, that's a long coaster. I think for a while, I think Beast is longer, but this is one of the longest coasters in the world.
It is.
Yes.
And anybody who knows towards the latter years, and they really nerfed and put trim brakes halfway down the hill,
Yeah,
it probably made it a little longer.
Yeah, and it made. I mean, yeah, the ride. If you've never been on it, you might have heard its reputation of being pretty rough and needing a chiropractor when you get off of it.
Which was true,
Yeah.
for sure. Now,
Not every time. Not every time.
the last year or two, like it's no exaggeration. Like if you rode it in this last year,
Yeah.
like seriously, like, halfway down the hill,
It was still like holding on to you, and then like halfway down the hill, then it released you fully. So
Yes, I mean it was a big improvement, although it made the ride.
it made the ride less painful, but also less enjoyable in a way. Like less
I thought it was more
exciting.
enjoyable
It was
'cause my
less
s-
exciting.
But my spine was
It was-
still intact.
It was more like a fast train ride.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, for sure. I guess going back to this ride wasn't all bad. So I remember as a kid, I was 8 years old when this
Mhm.
ride opened in 1991, and we rode it the first year it
we
opened.
did.
And I remember waiting like 3.5 hours
Yeah.
for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember going through the sign they had in Cedar Point used to have the cool, height restriction, and had the
It
guy
had-
with the lightning bolts.
Oh, the different illustrated characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are
I
cool.
love those. I wish they'd bring them back.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can find them inside the
the Manus one I think's in there, right? And
at the Melt Bar and Grill.
The
Yeah,
Magnum?
they have a lot of those. Or if they don't have the actual height restriction signs, they have the drawings of them. So
yes.
if you want to know what we're talking about, or if you just would like to see some old Cedar Point crap, go inside of Melt Bar and Grill. You don't have to eat anything, but take a look around. They have a lot of cool stuff.
Impressive.
Uh-huh.
But
Back on topic.
back on topic.
Yeah.
And say what you want about the ride,
Mhm.
the ride itself. The ride, looking at though, it is impressive.
It's very impressive, and it was always growing up. It was very intimidating looking
It was.
because it's just the structure's so massive and it's loud and it was very intimidating.
Yeah, it was. The ride had some faults, but
Mhm.
what Din made, especially in 1991, I mean,
Yeah.
that was the biggest and best wind ride in the world when it
was,
opened.
yeah, for quite a few years too.
It was.
Mhm.
But then it turned into Steel Vengeance. As we all know, these older wind rides
Yeah.
get really rough, and especially
They
when
do.
it's 161 feet.
Yeah,
And
well, I think the last few years of Mean Streak, even the last 5 or 6 years, like they were retracking a lot of the coaster, like every year, every other year,
Mhm.
every off season, like trying to make it as smooth as possible. But I think probably for a while they knew that Mean Streak's end was near, and they're trying to decide what to do with it. And
well, my guess is they knew the RMC was coming years before, and that's why
Oh,
they kept
yeah.
retracking instead of just
Yeah.
tearing it down. So
Yes.
we all knew it was coming.
yeah,
But
but I
guess,
do remember though us talking about this probably 4, 5, 6 years ago, like wishing that they would just RMC Mean Streak.
Yep.
And I honestly didn't think that they were ever going to do it, but they are doing it.
Yes,
And I can't wait.
we're
Can't wait to ride
we're
it.
literally 2 weeks away from riding it. So
Yeah.
But I guess let's score this.
Okay.
This is a challenging one, I think, because like,
Well, you never get the same ride on it. I will say, towards the end, the last few years that Mean Streak was open, if we went to Cedar Point, I didn't care if we rode it or not.
No.
Because we've been on it so much, and I knew more than likely it was going to be a painful ride.
Yes.
If you do ride it, it was always good to ride it in the morning before you already had like coaster brain.
Yes.
Because if you ride at the end of the day, it just ruins your night.
Yes.
But I'm going to rank this ride. I'm going to give it 5 Coaster Boys.
5
out of
Coaster
10.
Boys.
Some
Some of you are probably yelling at the screen. What? 5?
Yeah. Part of me thinks 5's too many. Part of me thinks maybe it's 6. I'm going to go with 5. I mean...
There is some nostalgia for us.
for the ride, yeah. So...
You know, probably a lot of people who aren't our age, they don't remember it for what it was and what it did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for nostalgia reasons, it gets a 5 instead of a 4.
Yeah. And I will say, it's a great name, Mean Streak. It's a great name.
I love the name Mean Streak.
I would have been totally fine if it's kept the name for the new ride, but...
It's better than Steel Vengeance.
Yeah,
the name. Yeah.
Steel Vengeance is horrible. Anyway,
yeah,
I had trouble with this one because when it first opened, I remember as it was first opened.
Mm-hmm.
Later years before they retracted and put all the trims all over the hill, it was a 1.
It changed it a lot.
And then the last year I rode it before it went, they really trimmed it like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good, but it wasn't like bad. It's a long ride.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna give it. Oh boy, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna give it 5.
Okay.
5 Coaster Boys. There's some nostalgia in there.
Yeah. Plus, I figured out the trick to riding it too. Towards the end, when it was painful, you just have to like sit really weird and off the back of the seat, and then if you hold yourself there, it wasn't too bad. It felt awkward to ride like that. Yeah.
Well, that's what you had to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that's.
So that's Mean Streak.
That's all I can remember from Mean Streak is you sitting like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Mean Streak though.
Yeah. So we'll with Coaster Mania coming up, we're gonna be riding Steel Vengeance quite a bit, and then I think we're gonna be at the Cedar Point Hoedown possibly.
Yep.
Maybe Media Day if we get picked for that. But then we're going to do a spotlight of Steel Vengeance, and we'll see how it compares to Mean Streak and see if it scores any better.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to win that one out.
Yes. So.
So that's what we're going to do. So we're definitely going to ride it before the park opens, one way or another.
Steel Vengeance, yeah.
And we're going to give you a coach spot right away.
We'll give you our thoughts. Maybe even from the park we'll do a video.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then we'll do a full video like this.
Yeah, but Mean Streak, R.I.P.
That's
I know you have a horrible. I know you have a horrible reputation, but I do have fond memories of it.
Yes.
I think it's an impressive structure.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things I like about it.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad they didn't tear it down completely
No.
and build something brand new. So we're excited for Steel Vengeance.
Right.
by
With
Mean
that
Streak.
said,
Yeah.
good riddance. Yeah, ready for Steel Vengeance. So
Yes, if you guys have been on it, let us know your thoughts of it. If you haven't been on it, you're not really missing a whole lot.
yeah.
But
Besides the coaster credit.
yes, sweet coaster credits. Leave comments below.
Mm-hmm. Tell us what you think. Tell us if we're nuts. Give it a 5.
Give us some likes. Subscribe to the page if you haven't already. You can find us on Twitter at The Chain Lift.
Yep.
And that's it. That's everything.
That's it.
See you later. Bye.